Morning. Oh, well, I had to do a video blog really quickly because of the Yama Do. It is a hit in my home here in Alabama.
Yes, it
and
is.
let me hear that from everyone that's here today.
It's
Is it a hit?
excellent.
Woo! Very, very different. Excellent. It is so delicious. Let me just tell you. We have been enjoying the Yama Do. I'm trying to get it not quite on our family photo there. Okay. But it's totally delicious. Just God inspired. I'm telling you. So good. Just great ingredients, fresh ingredients. And, you can do this. I mean, we were just having a discussion here around the table. We don't think we're going to really go back to meat, because we have enjoyed ourselves. And so if any meat at all, and I think I'm on day 25, I'm not even sure, because I kind of lost count the other day. But I think it will only be like a certain type of fish, maybe salmon. I'm looking to some other fish. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. But I wanted to... I guess the omega-3, we need to look into some things of why we're choosing that particular fish or what have you. But we definitely don't want any bottom feeders, because, of course, all the waste goes down to the bottom of the ocean or the river or the lake or what have you. And it's just, the sediments is just full of, look, for lack of a better word, crap. I know you didn't think I was going to say that, but hey, I became such a real person since I've been on the vegetables, because I'm just going to say it like it is. And, shrimp, I might not do shrimp because that's another bottom dweller and eats the feces. So, but, God created it for a purpose, to clean our lakes and oceans and seas and rivers, and so a lot of people say, oh, but it tastes so good. It has such a good flavor. Well, guess what? I didn't know you like the flavor of beep. But that's what you're tasting. You're tasting what's in the bottom. Okay, I knew this was going to be a funny video today. So, all right, I know you're like, oh, I've never seen you this way. I'm feeling really good this morning. But let me just tell you a little bit about the ingredients. But the name, let me tell you that. The name was inspired by my sister, because at first I had one name, Yamalika. Well, she's just getting here to Opelika, so she's not all that thrilled. Not yet! But as soon as she tasted it, she said, Ann, I know what I'm going to name it. I know what you should name it. Well, that's what I'm going to call it from now on. I'm going to call it Yama Do, like Flintstone. So I think she'll say it for you. She might not come in front of the camera, but I think she will say it for us. Let's see.
Good morning, Facebook family. This is Apostle of Worship, Dr. D. Davis White from the Genesis Project. And I want to tell you, our Wilma, come on down, Barney, and see what Wilma made us. Yabba dabba doo!
Okay, well, you heard it from the originator of the name. Okay, so it is delicious. I don't know if we have any more comments around the table, but we have a table full of people. So let's see if anybody wants to say anything else.
It's excellent. It's
so
5-star.
It's out of this world.
It's
5-star and out of this world.
It's better than some dishes you would get at 5-star restaurants.
So if I was on Chopped today,
You'd win.
2 thumbs up and 2 feet up.
okay, guys.
It's so
delicious.
good, I don't have my wig on.
Don't you hear my sister?
So crazy. You are just nuts.
She said it's so good that she does not have her wig on. She was actually awakened by the food processor this morning.
Yeah.
And she thought that I was resting. And so she came out to find out, are my children making that much noise and I'm asleep, and what are they doing in the kitchen? We're making all that noise. And so she realized I was at the stove, and she was like, okay, because I was ready to get on them about that. And she's so wonderful about that. Did you hear her growl? She loves to growl. Do it again, Dee. And when she growls, she does this. You growl and I'll do the animation.
They
That's
call
what
me
she
the
does.
lioness.
So let me tell you. So anyway, these are the ingredients. Okay, I'm going to give you the whole recipe. A lot of times I know you want the recipe, but I'm asking you to inbox me, and then I can take my time and write it down and give it to you. You know, type it out rather. I have it written, but I can take my time to type it. But to type it on the wall, and then people are trying to, you know, they're trying to send me a message at the same time. And then, you know, I've seen a couple of things posted other places that I'm doing. And so, I mean, hey, you know.
Stop stealing the recipe. Wow.
My sister said stop stealing the recipes, basically. But anyway, I know my closest Facebook friends are not doing that. You're asking me. So, because you're asking me, I am going to give you this recipe today. But the other recipes are, just inbox me and I will give it to you. I'll talk you through it. Okay, first step. You ready? Okay, get your pen and paper out. All right. Our main ingredient is sweet potatoes. 1 sweet potato. Now this is going to make, let's see, how many have we eaten so far? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And we probably have enough for maybe 10 more. Okay? So that's 20 patties. That's a lot, okay? So you can kind of cut it back as you see fit, you know. So my first thing is a mixture of bell peppers. And you know I use a lot of bell pepper, a lot of red, orange, yellow, green. Not as much green as the rest of them, okay? They just have more antioxidant elements in it, and a lot of vitamins. And it's just bright colors, you know. So I just love the bright colors. And when I use the green one, it makes me think about holidays and shopping. And I'm not trying to spend any money right now. Okay, so anyway. First, you have peppers. So probably about 1 cup of mixed bell pepper, chopped. And you want that, you don't want to saute that this time. I saute a lot, but not in this, because you want that little crunch with the sweet potato because it's soft. So you don't want everything soft. You want to get another kind of texture, okay? So therefore, you have your chopped bell peppers, a mixture of peppers, about 1 cup. You put that in the bottom of your bowl, okay? And then on top of that, you're going to process 2, and this is by, I think, Smart Sausages. You can find it at your local Kroger, or you can type that in, Smart Sausages, and that they have all kinds of flavors, all kinds of sausages, but it's vegan. It's meatless, okay? But this was a meatless chorizo. So I had 2 links, okay? And we put that in the food processor and we processed that. I took that and put it on top of the peppers in my bowl. Okay, the next step was I had 1 large sweet potato, it's about this long, a nice long sweet potato. And I cut that up, put that in the food processor. Cut it up a little smaller, because not too small, because hence why you're putting it in the food processor. But cut it in some small chunks, put it in the food processor, because it is gonna bang, 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 bang. Don't panic. You know, if you have a really good food processor, it shouldn't do any damage to your blade. Okay, so you put that in there, you chop that in, and it's just gonna make a nice, you wanna make a nice paste. Right then, it's just going to look like you need some help with it. It's going to look like something's missing. So what you do then is you add some, matter of fact, I added my, my fresh pepper dressing that I made the other day. Okay, you remember my pepper dressing? And if you don't, look down a few videos down and you'll see the recipe there Okay, so I added some of my fresh pepper dressing because the peppers are going to be in this mixture anyway. So okay, that's a lot more flavor again. So I added that. I took that mixture, the sweet potato mixture, and I poured that into my bowl with the peppers and the chorizo. Okay, I mixed that well, added some seasonings, some salt-free seasonings. You can use Mrs. Dash, or you can use what I did from my local Kroger. I just used the regular seasoning blend, salt-free seasoning blend. Okay, and so I added that to the mixture, and let's see, I think that, and then an egg and one chopped onion, and I just chopped that by hand. But you can actually put that in a food processor as well with the sweet potatoes if you don't want to chop. Okay, and you could do that with your bell peppers if you don't want to chop. Okay, so you mix all of that up together. I added some shredded cheeses. Whatever your favorite is, add that. Okay, I love mozzarella. I love 5 cheese. So, whatever you want. Asiago is a good choice. Sometimes it's a little more tartar than I would want for this because it's sweet. It's a sweet potato. So it just depends on your taste and what you would like, So you put your cheese in and you mix everything up. Then I made a sauce. Okay, so I have my batch of sweet potato mixture sitting on the side. I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I need a sauce. And I had my spinach, and we eat spinach a lot. Okay, so had my spinach, so I thought, okay, I'll make a spinach sauce with what? So had one of my daughters to cut up, and both of my daughters, Helen and Melinda, shout outs. Okay, they helped me in the kitchen. So I said, well, let's rinse the spinach, put the spinach in, chop up some garlic. We had 5 cloves of garlic, probably 2 handfuls of spinach, 2 to 3 handfuls of spinach. We did 5 cloves of garlic chopped. Okay, we did a half of a jalapeno chopped and seeded. And let me give you a wonderful hint about jalapenos. The seed and the membrane is what is hot. What gives it that heat, that capsaicin, okay? So you might want to put on some gloves for this. And please, by all means, if you don't put on gloves, do not touch your skin, your face, for some reason, the tips of your fingers don't burn as quick as the outer skin, okay? So just wash your hands. Be very careful with the jalapenos or any hot peppers, okay? So you take the membrane out. It's a little white. It's white inside. Just take that out with a little knife. Just cut it thin like that. Scrape the seeds out. 1/2. Put the other half aside. Chop it thin, little dices, and that is going to go in the food processor. And the reason I chop it first is I don't want it to get too soft. Okay, so I like a little bite to it, but you might want the whole thing incorporated. My sister is making nice biting sounds. I love the animation. Okay, so after you do that, you put the spinach, the garlic, the jalapeno, and you process it. Okay, immediately when you turn it on, the spinach is going to adhere to the side of the food processor bowl. Okay. Not to worry. What it's saying, please give me something to connect with. Okay? I just have air and I'm going to go to the side. Okay? And it's like if you're in a wind tunnel. Okay, that's what's going to happen. So that's what the spinach did. So what you do is you have to add something to pull it back together. Okay, what do you think I'm going to add? Correct! Sour cream! How'd you guess? Okay, so I added some sour cream and then a little bit of honey to sweeten it, okay, to kind of give it back to the sweet potato, okay? So you just didn't want something like sweet and then bam, hot, So I gave a little sweetness to it. We added some lemon juice to it and just processed that through. And the secret ingredient or the special ingredient is banana. So we added 4 bananas and just squeezed it and put it in there, blended that, and gave it another little level of sweetness, and that's it. Fry it lightly on both sides. I like mine a little browner, so but fry it on both sides and top it with our spinach jalapeno sauce. Totally good. If you're ever in Opelika, Alabama, give Dr. Fruitabilis a shout. Anything else, guys?
Yabba dabba doo.
Yamma yamma.
I'm sorry. That's yamma do.
Thank you. All right. Okay, so of course I'm always saying fresh is better. All right, have a blessed day. This is Dr. Futabilis. Bye-bye.